Mr. Franklin! You! Over here!
What a pleasant surprise. What brings you to the big city?
Hope you won't think I'm being forward. But is there any chance of our having a drink together?
See, the young lady and I are going to have late supper.
I think you might want to cancel it.
Just why would I want to do that?
Because we really should have a discussion.
I'll have some other time.
All right. I suppose I'll have to find someone else to tell my story to.
Oh, did she see what happened? Oh. Oh, yeah.
Just wait here. I'll be right back.
Anything you say, Mr. Franklin?
She probably saw what happened.
I read in the papers about his death and I felt just terrible. I felt just terrible because they said he was killed in his office.
So they did.
In my story, you see, he couldn't have actually been killed in an office. It was, somewhere else. You were in my store making a phone call the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I wandered over to the side window to see if you had brought a lady with you. You can imagine my surprise when I saw your partner. There he was, sitting there in the front seat of your car.
All right, Lily. How much?
I hope you don't think that that's the only...
I'll tell you something. I'm most grateful you came to me first.
I just hope he doesn't kill her.
How much for your silence?
10 million.
$15,000. I know it's a lot, but that's all I'll ever ask for, honestly.
You know what? In that spirit, I accept your terms. Agreed?
Agreed.
Yes?
Is Mr. Franklin home?
He's occupied at the moment. Who shall I say is calling?
Did he read all the books already? Champagne.
Yes, Lieutenant. Is there something I can do for you?
If you have a moment.
That's about all I do have. As soon as I finish here, I'll be right with you.
Just one last question. I think our readers will want to know how the death of your partner will affect the Mrs. Melville books.
I'm afraid when I buried Jim, I buried Mrs. Melville with...
But everyone will miss her so. Can't you write another one?
Oh. Goodbye. Oh, sorry, Harvey. Thank you. Thanks very much. All right, Lieutenant, what can I do for you?
Well, I brought back your books.
Well, that's fine. Just put them over there on the table.
Yeah. Sure. I wanted to tell you how much I enjoyed him. The lady detective. What a character. What a brain. And what logic, the way she figures it out.
I'd love to sit down and discuss literature with you, but I was on my way out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. You going someplace special?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm on my way down to my cabin for a rest. Would you like an itinerary?
Hey, I'm sorry. I take it you're not going alone.
Whatever gave you that idea?
I noticed the 2 bottles of champagne.
Quite capable of drinking those 2 bottles and a good deal more without any help. Now, if you'll excuse me, Lieutenant.
Just want to take a second.
The bottle of champagne in the beginning was probably in the office also.
Everyone said they never even heard of James Ferris.
That's just as I expected. Well, lovely to chat with you, Lieutenant.
Oh, Mr. Franklin?
Yeah.
Do you have a minute?
Is it important?
Well, it could be. You see, I was checking the phone company records in San Diego.
Now, why would you want to do that, Lieutenant?
Oh, I have to do that. You know, that's part of my job. On the day of the murder, there was a record of a call from the cabin. It was a call to the Ferris house in Los Angeles.
And now you're wondering whether I can explain that. Is that right?
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Oh, you're right, I can. You see, you would have saved both you and me a great deal of trouble if you'd checked with Joanna Ferris first. She would have explained to you that I'd spoken to her from my cabin, telling her that Jim and I had patched up our differences.
Well, what do you mean by differences?
Well, you see, ironing out any difficulties in a separation is never easy.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. Fine. Is that all?
Yes, that's all. Right.
Good.
Drive carefully.
Don't worry, Lieutenant. You can count on it.
So he has the 15,000.
Here you are.
Bearing gifts. Let me ask you a simple question. You up to making a nice, quiet dinner for two tonight?
Why do I have a feeling she's gonna get killed?
Romance.
We're allowed. Let's open another one.
Dare we?
Dare we not? Happy New Year! Quick, the glass.
I'm afraid I'm getting a little tipsy.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know if I can trust you.
Lily, if I make you uncomfortable, I can always leave.
No, please. I do enjoy your company.
You know what we should do?
Why?
It's such a beautiful night. We should row out to the center of the lake.
Better not.
Why not?
It just wouldn't be very intelligent of me to be alone with you in a small boat. I'll just keep it for a day or two. I've never seen so much money in my life.
Maybe you could take a trip somewhere, huh? Oh, cruises. It's so romantic.
Oof, you're gonna get her head smashed.
They're the ones who taught him how to cook. I almost wish he were here now. He could share this.
Next best thing.
Yep. Like, he's very good.
Who did you say it is? Well, the cop said it was a local woman. Some kind of drowning.
1L10 MP.
Morning.
He's like, oh, not him again. Yep.
I said to myself, go on down there and check out the area. Look to see. Maybe you can rent a cabin.
You're wasting your time. I have a feeling the cabins in this neck of the woods are pretty much out of your price range anyway. Most of them are rented for the season.
Well, it was a nice ride anyhow.
Yes, a lovely drive.
Except for that bottleneck down the road. What was that all about?
Oh, there was a drowning.
Well, what was it, a fisherman?
Well, I heard someone say it was a local woman.
Miss Masanka or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Did you know her?
Not really, no.
I was just wondering because when I was in the kitchen before, I noticed a grocery box with her name on it.
Easily buy supplies there, sure. Well, if it was her, I'd be very sorry. She was always very friendly.
Yeah. Oh, you did know her?
Lieutenant, I know a lot of people without really knowing them. Don't you?
Yeah. people are strange. You know, I can't figure out why a woman goes out on a lake all by herself before the light comes on. Say, what kind of nightlife do you have around here?
Nightlife? None.
No partying?
Just sleep.
Yeah, I was just wondering because, I didn't want to barge in on you today unannounced. Last night I called to tell you that I was coming, but there was no one at home.
Columbo is very, very good.
Well, I'm working on a case. Listen, this is not really my jurisdiction, but you mind if I browse around?
Didn't she have a bruise on her head?
All right, so there was a bruise. Probably a result of the boat capsizing and rendering her unconscious.
Champagne, I don't know what they're called.
I certainly don't think it was foul play.
You're going to be in your office this afternoon?
Absolutely.
How long was she in the water, Sergeant?
Ground here, gentlemen. Now, why don't you meet me in my office an hour from now?
We got some more questions. We'd like to...
I'll answer them all then. I'll have the report.
I still don't know what this means.
It means that he knew her. It means that he knew her not casually the way he said.
Yeah.
You've got a romantic inscription in a book and a champagne cork.
By itself, it doesn't prove anything. But once you assume that Franklin committed these crimes, everything...
I've known Ken too long. He's not a murderer.
Mrs. Ferris, it wouldn't make any difference if you knew him for 100 years. This man, Franklin, took your husband's life. I told you how he could have worked the phone. Now, his motive is the insurance money. He needed cash. He's got paintings. He's got women. He's got...
What?
Jack and Jill went up the hill. Did Jack kill Jill? If so, find out why.
Jim. One of his story ideas. Lieutenant, if Ken killed my husband, then why did he murder Miss Lasanka?
Well, it's my hunch that she knew something. Maybe she saw them together. She tried to blackmail him.
That's pure guesswork, isn't it?
I checked the bank. Yesterday, he took out $15,000. Today, he put it back in again. I've got a pretty strong circumstantial case. It's just not enough. If I had one piece of hard evidence, I could nail this fella. Maybe you can give it to me.
Me?
You knew both of these fellas very well. I want you to tell me about them. Anything. Whatever comes into your mind.
Columbo.
Here to arrest you for the murder of your partner.
What?
Now, it's my duty to inform you of your constitutional rights.
Oh, you cut that drivel. I've written that stuff so many times. What is this nonsense? You're going to arrest me.
Come on, Mr. Franklin. Why don't you make a statement and save us both a lot of trouble?
All right, Lieutenant. You got me. I'm your prisoner here. Clamp the irons on me. You want to give me a dime first so I can phone my attorney? Because I promise you I'm going to sue you and your department for false arrest.
I knew it right from the start. There was nothing definite. There was a lot of little things. Driving back from San Diego on the day of the murder instead of taking a plane. The open mail. Never showing any genuine emotion for a man that you worked with for 10 years.
They're going to laugh you right out of court.
But they're not going to laugh at the insurance policy, are they? I've got a photostatic copy of it here in my pocket. You withdrew $15,000, put it back the next day. I've got the book that you gave to Miss Lasanka with your signature in it.
You expect to get a true bill of indictment on that trivia? Down in San Diego.
So is your partner.
You prove that?
Not with the witness, because you killed the witness. But I got another way to prove it.
Well, you enlighten me. I must say I enjoy watching a man raise without any cards in his hand.
For a while there, I never thought I was going to get you. Believe me, you had me going in such circles, I couldn't figure it out. Suddenly, I thought of something. How clever that first murder was. The phone gimmick, working late in the office.
Oh, you awarding gold medals today?
Yes, for the first one, not for the second one. That was sloppy.
Get to the climax, Lieutenant. You're talking to a writer.
Am I? And that's the key, that you're not a writer. When Mrs. Ferris told me that you didn't contribute to the writing, I had to say to myself, how could a man with no talent for mysteries make up such a clever murder? Then I got it. The first one, that wasn't yours. The second one, the sloppy one, that was yours. But not the...
He used something from one of the books.
Who was that, then?
Your partners. And his wife told me how conscientious he was. You know, the way he used to write down his ideas on every odd scrap of paper.
So that's why you wouldn't let the movies in.
Well, I had to rummage around here before they emptied everything out. Is this your partner's handwriting? Well, I think I can prove it is. A wants to kill B. Drives B to a remote house and has him call his wife in city. Tells her he's working late at the office. Bang, bang. Practically word for word. Should I read some more?
No.
With this, I think I got a conviction, don't you?
You want to know the irony of all of this? That is my idea. I must have told it to Jim over 5 years ago. Whoever thought that idiot would write it down?
Directed by Steven Spielberg. So I do have to say I really enjoyed this, and I like how, you know, sometimes, well, most of the times the murder mysteries is finding out who did it. Like throughout the movie or the episode is who did the murder, but in this one we show the murder, and then it's like how does the murderer like hide what he did, like with alibis, with, you know, fake evidence, you know, like trying to lead the lieutenant or, you know, detective, whoever it's gonna be, like astray, like very far from what happened, you know, trying to hide the fact that he did the murder. And I really like that because what Ken did was very clever, you know, the murder, hiding the evidence, putting new evidence, you know, the calling, the alibi, everything was very intelligent. And like with Columbo said, you know, you really had me going in circles because he had a hunch that it was Ken, but he could not prove it because, you know, it was really well done. But then, you know, with Miss Lashenka, like he said, that murder was sloppy, you know, just hitting her with a bottle and then dumping her into the lake was very sloppy. With the fact that she also had in the store a book signed to her by Ken, but also, you know, like the story of Ken, you know, had some holes in it, like the mail, you know, him opening his mail while still calling the police, and then he says, you know, he called right away. And then it's like, well, if you call right away in your distress, why do you have the time to open the mail? You know, that kind of thing. But like I said, I really liked how Columbo was able, you know, he asked a lot of questions. You know, he read all of the books. And I just really like how he worked. You know, he was going to search to make sure that there was no loose ends. That's exactly what he did. and then he was finally able to, you know, put every piece together, and then all of that just points directly at Ken. So I really enjoyed that, and I hope you guys did also. So as always, you can like, comment, subscribe. Stay safe outside, and I hope you have a good day.